Hi, Nathan Harris here from Shinkondo Dojo. This video will continue our series aimed at supporting our students in their home training. This video will focus on the second movement of Toitsu Taiso, and that is a side bend. The posture for this movement is to be standing in what we call Shizuntai. That is, standing up straight with our shoulders apart, our chin up and eyes forward. Our weight should be forward over the toes, the front of our feet, and our center, our 1 point. Our knees should be very slightly bent and our heels very light on the ground so that you can turn them if necessary. From this starting posture, we bend first towards our left, setting our right hand up and over. So it looks like this. Ich, ni. You'll note that on the second count, I keep my spine bent to the side and don't move. Then we repeat to the right. Ich, ni, san, shi. This sequence of movements is repeated for 8 counts to make 1 set, and 2 sets are carried out. So some pointers for this. When we move, we want to imagine a line down the center of the body here. And that line will bend as we bend. When we've done the first count, we'll imagine that line being completely still and then just move the arm. Ich, ni, san, shi. In this manner, my mind becomes fully engaged in the process. I imagine that line and that helps me stay conscious of what I'm doing. If my mind's not engaged in the process, there are a few telltale signs. One of those is a kind of bouncing. So I'll be moving and my shoulders, my body will bounce up and down like so. Ich, ni, san, shi. That says that I'm not applying self-control or I'm not aware of what's happening with the movement. Another telltale sign is the hand. Often the hand will either be floppy or overly stiff. It should be relaxed and as if you were pointing to something so that there is intention expressed. So when I move to the left, I'm going to try and stay relaxed. I'm going to have that line down the center of the body. I'm going to hold it still for the second count. I'm going to move my arm as if I was gently pointing towards something. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi. In this movement, we apply the same count that we used in the previous video, and that is we visualize what we're going to do, we have an intention, we vocalize what we're going to do, we count, and then we move. This can be remembered as mind, voice, body, or intention, expression, action. This is another little act of self-control and self-awareness. So you need to maintain that throughout all 16 counts. And I'm going to go through the exercise one time. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi. When we perform this exercise and have bent the spine, the hand should be positioned so that you can see past it. So it's just above eye height. Throughout the movement, we want to keep the weight even on both feet. And there are a few little issues that can happen here. One of them is a tendency to thrust the hip out to the side as we move. So if I was to bend to the left and thrust my hip to the right, most of my weight is now down through the right leg. And if I was pushed at the hip or my left leg raised, I would probably tip over. Another common problem is to bend too far. If I bend too far in the movement, all of the weight goes through the leg to the side that you're bending, in this case my left leg. Almost none of the weight is carried by the right leg, and if I was pushed at the hip or raised at the leg, I would tip. So be conscious of keeping your weight underside throughout the movement and evenly on both feet. And the last point, the relative position of the head to the shoulders should stay the same. So as I move, my head shouldn't loll and it shouldn't remain upright. It should remain in the same relative position. Well, that concludes this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again next time.